Now, bear in mind, hold on, that's the second to last job, so the next one's the last job, right? So imagine playing this for the first time and thinking, oh, they've really built this up. They've got the guard scorpion, they had Tifa's bar, that was a good one. They had the car and the truck to escape Midgar. They had Midgar itself. And you go, wow, the next one's going to be, you know, like, I don't know, Wu-Tai or, you know, something like that. Something big, because obviously it's building up. Airbuster. It's a weird one to finish on. I get why in story terms Airbuster's next, but it is odd to go from cleaning Midgar to cleaning another robot. Because what it is during that mission the bombing happened, and then of course Avalanche are on their way to bomb a second reactor, which is where we fight Airbuster. So we're now cleaning Airbuster so it can turn up to stop Avalanche. I need to move the cursor. This isn't from anyone, this mission, so you're needed for an urgent and classified cleaning operation. I'll be brief. Our unstoppable new Airbuster has been undergoing intensive durability tests. We've thrown everything at it. Advanced ballistics, concrete walls, Hojo's hideous beasts. There's nothing it can't endure. We've even covered it in liquid Mako and it still works. These Avalanche fools won't be able to put a dent in it, which we were. As this prototype is to be our new flagship model, you are to clean every square inch of it. I would not have it going into battle look like some dingy antique at a swap meet. They've added tags to their messages now. Oh, that was from Heidegger. I should have read that in the Brian Blessed voice, shouldn't I? Oh, I've done it now. Thank you for coming. Right. Yeah, anyway. Airbuster. I forgot that was from Heidegger. Or I misread it. It should have been read like this. Because I can't really do Brian Blessed, but yeah, there you go. Now I think this is actually smaller than the Guard Scorpion, but... oh well. Unfortunately, the Scorpion Sentinel you cleaned was destroyed by an ex-soldier for hire. That's Cloud. Oh, they're adding tags to their messages now, the bots, I mean. Oh, yes, I saw that, yeah, sorry. Scorpion you cleaned was destroyed by an ex-soldier for hire. Hojo thought it was hilarious. Yeah, ex-soldier, because that's what Cloud's called before you name him in Final Fantasy 7. I found it hilarious that long-haired lunatic doesn't think his precious creations are next. Ha 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 ha. Alright, there you go. Okay. So the dirt in this is really thick, but because we've got the best cleaner, it doesn't really matter. And there's a couple of openable bits on this robot. So you've got to make sure you open them and clean them while they're closed as well. Yeah, I saw, yeah, the bots tagged my... Yeah, I almost didn't take that in, but it is weird, isn't it? Yeah, the bot tagged my name when it posted that message. I guess it's an automatic thing. Well, of course it's a bot. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, the mic went, so I just stayed quiet. First time I saw a bot, I knew I was going to ban it. Nice. Actually, I should show you the opening bit, shouldn't I? So there's this whole bit here, right? It opens up and then you clean all that bit, and then... and that bit opens as well. That's got a little closable door on the thing. And then I think... do the hands move, or... you can lower the cannons as well, because of the rear gunners. And, yeah, it's got more movable parts than the other job, so that's nice. Easy to miss these bits. First time I saw one, it said message deleted by moderator. Something about a charm. I wanted the bus, but I couldn't. There's one they do about Michael Douglas as well. It's not as funny, but it's still quite good. Okay. Good thing about anything turning, you can do this. Ooh, satisfying. Cool. Yeah, there's a whole job that's based on this, for the merry-go-round. One of the trophies is clean the merry-go-round without turning it off, and you can do most of the job like this. I think I got that. Yeah. Okay. There's a cement mixer as well that goes around on one of the jobs. You can clean most of by just standing in one place. Clean the top one and the middle one at the same time. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, the only reason why I do that, I suppose I could have done it from back here. If you use the triple nods from too close, you get gaps in the spray. Avalanche, in a way, Avalanche has played right into my hands. I'll have to do the voice like that, I can't do it any better anymore. I've long been urging the President to deploy the Airbuster, but to no avail. I'm blessed. Thanks to those pesky gnats buzzing around about Shinra's ear, however, he finally decided to sign off on it. Yeah, so it's Cloud's fault that Airbuster's ready to go. Well, that's partly ours as well for cleaning it, I guess. I owe you one, Avalanche. I owe you one, Avalanche, and I know exactly how to repay you. Tented fingers. Now, we know how he repays them, by crushing Sector 7, of course, with the plate. So that's what that's about. So yeah, these DLC packs are massively helped by if you've consumed the source material, as it were. Particularly the Final Fantasy 7 ones. Because it actually attempts to follow the plot of the game, or at least the early game. Yeah, so each flap is its own thing. Love that sound. Yeah, it's easy to miss all the inside bits on this. Not like when you open them up, I mean all this crap. Difficult to, yeah. Hydrate. Thank you. Neo says, no, that was Neo. Kobe says, it does seem a little lazy not to take parts off for cleaning, but if the power washer can get it, so... Yeah, they got it, so... I see what you mean, yeah. There's a thing of that in, oh god, what's that game when you do take bits of, off to, I think it's spray paint simulator. And when you spray paint like a whole kitchen, you have to take like the doorknobs and you have to tape all the windows up before you start. I played the demo of that, that's the only reason why I know. Yeah, I think Orb played that as well, yeah, so he knows. But I think the only jobs that the demo came with was the kitchen and I think a car maybe. You have to respray an entire car. You have to tape all the windows off and stuff like that. Okay. Well, that's most of the lower body done. See, there's all little bits like that that are easy to miss. Gotta go now, folks. Have a good clean one. Thank you, Mr. Green Fox. Hope you had fun. We will see you another time. Okay. I just need to really quickly check something. Sorry, it's bothering me. Sorry, give me a sec. Okay, that's interesting. Huh. Yeah, I didn't think anyone would get that joke. Fucking idiots. Alright, okay. Yeah, so each individual piece of the hand is a thing. Can you move the fingers? No. I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it anyway. Wait, what was that? No. Okay, yeah, it's just the chest plate and the bottom bit, I think. I mean, Yakobi's thing about taking it apart to clean it does make sense, but then you think, it is a robot, we probably shouldn't be spraying it with water anyway. Oh. Testing the capabilities of the Airbuster has been a source of immense excitement for me. Machine guns, cannons, grenade launchers, the ability to fly. This beauty has it all. One of those tea bags has burst, right, okay. I haven't felt a thrill like this since I fed some deserters to the wolves, literally. Have they both split? Shit, both the fucking tea bags I've got to split. Great. I'll have to hold it shut while I use it. I've only had them about an hour. Right. Neo says, I'm sure you can. What, move the fingers? I don't see how. There'd have to be a prompt for it. The fingers on the Scorpion one move on their own, but you can't move those yourself either. Oh, right. So, speaking of quizzes, you know the thing you said about Orb with the Red Dwarf thing? Someone did a gaming quiz, and I feel like it was either they didn't know much about gaming, or they just got the questions from online and didn't know to check them, because I'm pretty sure a couple of them are wrong, depending on, you know, I mean, you can accuse someone of being pedantic for some of these, but, you know, you either get the question right or you don't, so I think my points are valid. So if I remember them, one of them was, what was the first game to feature Mario? If anyone wants to answer that, by the way, I could just give you the answer and then say what problem I had with it, but... yeah. So I think to clean the rest of the hand you have to get on top. Orb says Donkey Kong. Yeah, now, I knew that would be the answer they wanted, but that's not technically right, is it? Because he wasn't called Mario at that point, he was called Jumpman, so technically the first Mario game is Mario Brothers, the arcade one, because he wasn't called Mario in that. Technicality, and you could argue pedanticness, but it's either right or it isn't. And to be fair, I don't know what answer, until they give you the answer, you don't know what answer they want. So, Mario Brothers Amiga, surely it was in the arcade first. Be the arcade version, wouldn't it? Right, let me think, what was the other question? Because the third question I've got even more problems with, but I'm trying to remember what the other one was. Oh yeah, right, at the start of a game of Pac-Man, oh, you're thinking of Mario Brothers on Atari, yeah, but that was a takeoff of the arcade version, so it's the arcade was first. What was the other question? Oh yeah, I'm trying, because I've got to get this word perfect to prove my point. At the start of a game of Pac-Man, how many ghosts chase Pac-Man? So that was that was the other question. Orb says 4. Give it a couple of seconds in case anyone else wants to answer. Okay, so, yeah, I thought, well, I get what they're getting at, but I think they've worded this wrong, and the answer, you go, oh, of course the answer is 4. I go, no it isn't, not at the start of a game it isn't, it's 0. None of them chase him at the start, they're all in that little box in the middle. You could argue 1, but what was the question? Oh, how many ghosts chase Pac-Man at the start of a game of Pac-Man? And they gave the answer as 4. I don't think that's right. Again, pedanticness, but you're either right or you aren't. I just think, if they said how many ghosts are there in Pac-Man, yeah, 4. I get that. But to specifically say at the start of a game seems quite specific to me. And they wanted a very particular answer. Yeah, 0, exactly. It's either 0 or 1, depending on what you consider the start of the game. Oh, messages. The Airbuster's varied arsenal reminds me of a former soldier. He was so famous, even you might know him. Oh, I wonder who it could be. The man's name was Sephiroth, and I could tell he was going to be special the moment I first saw him. Yes, the legendary Sephiroth. His katana was large enough to slash mechs in half, which he did with ease. forgot to say welcome at the start of this job, didn't I? Because it's a new video. Just realised that. Oh well. But it wasn't just his strength that endeared him to everyone. He had quite the face as well. Little wonder he was renowned as a hero. Yes, Matsamoon was the name of his sword. Yes, indeed it was. Though in my opinion, a hero shouldn't grow his hair quite so long. That's such an army type thing to say. I forgot about that. Yeah, right. So, the question I had the most problem with in that quiz, and I half facepalmed the second they finished answering it. Oh, hold on, Nicobius put a long message in, so I'll read that. It was, well, I'll go over it in a minute. I just remembered one of my first conversations I had with a second cousin. We were in the park. He asked if he could play Dinosaur Simulator. I said we'd have to go back home. He said he always plays it outside, and I asked how. I realised he meant, can we pretend to be dinosaurs? Sure thing, iPad boy. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Yeah. I want to, yeah, let's play a kitchen simulator. It's like, no, we're just pretending to be in a kitchen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that question, right? Now, you know what the answer they wanted, and so do I, right? The question was this: what was the first ever video game? And I went, they're not going to get this right. It's not going to be the right answer. I know what they're going to say, but it's not right. It's good, but it's not right. That's Roy Walker would say. Because I'm not even sure how you answer that question. Gnop. I'm not even sure what that is. Unless that was a joke and I didn't get it. Oh, I see, I've just realised what the joke is. Right, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that is... yeah. Yeah, don't worry, I got it. I was thinking, was that an early text adventure or something, and then just realised what you meant. Yeah, Pong backwards. Yeah, so the answer they wanted, I can guarantee you they're going to say it was Pong. It isn't. There were loads of games before Pong. Where did they get that from? I genuinely, and if anyone can come up with one, I'd be genuinely interested. Did Pong do anything first? I don't think it did. I'm not going all Pong was shit, but like, I don't think it was the first to do anything. It wasn't the first video game, it wasn't the first game in homes, it wasn't the first console game, it wasn't the first arcade game, it wasn't the first successful arcade game, it wasn't the first tennis-based arcade game, it wasn't even the original version. Atari stole it from Ralph Baer. So I'm not sure what Pong was the first to do of anything. But yeah, they said, oh yeah, Pong's the first ever video game. It's like, no it's not. No it's not. I don't know where you got that from, but it's not. Depending on what you consider the first video game, under any capacity that I can think of, I can't think of how it could be the first video game. You could maybe argue that it was the first game you could plug into your telly. Maybe. But that's about it. Yeah. I told Mother Secret about that, and she said, well, if Pong wasn't the first game, then why did they say it was? And I went, oh, because they've read it somewhere, and just assumed it was correct. They've typed in what is the first video game, and it said Pong, and they've gone, oh, okay then. Nimatron. What was that? Yeah, Because they try and narrow down what they meant by first ever video game, and you go, well, I mean, yeah, it's a really difficult question to answer because it depends what you consider a video game. Weren't they basically forcing an oscilloscope to be the first game? There were a couple of oscilloscope games. That's one possible answer, because there was a game on oscilloscope called Tennis for Two, which was one of the... I always time this wrong. After Sephiroth went missing 5 years ago, we and the entirety of Midgar felt his loss. He fought admirably in the war against Wutai, and the people absolutely adored him, even more than they do our mascot Stamp. I didn't realise Shinra had a mascot called Stamp. I'll have to look that up. Although once they see the military marvel that is the Airbuster, they'll forget Sephiroth even existed. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Shinra mascot Stamp. Oh, unless they mean the big symbol that looks like a stamp. Shinra mascot Stamp. Oh. I've literally never seen that before. Oh, it's a thing from the remake, that's why. Sweet little canine dog, has features of Midgar, a regular in cartoons and movies, his face is on every corner of toys and posters, it's basically wartime propaganda, yeah, for the war against Wutai. It's in the remake, and yeah, it wasn't a thing in the original, that's why I've not heard of it. Okay. Yeah, I forget some of this is based on the remake. Or the lore of the remake, L-O-R-E. Yeah, so anyway, oscilloscopes. Yeah, Tennis for Two was the most famous oscilloscope game, I'd have thought. It was just to demonstrate that they could... and the movement of the oscilloscope was incredibly smooth if you've ever seen one. The ball was round as well, which it took gaming quite a while to have a round ball in it. But, yeah, there you go. And, you know, they say, well, you know, what's the first ever interactive game that's somehow electronic? And you go, well, there was a thing in the 40s, I think, that was technically interactable. And it was called something like the Interactive Amusement Device, or something. It had a really sort of clinical name. But it was about plotting plotting a light across a piece of paper to try and guess where a missile would land or something. And because it technically used electronics, it's technically an electronic game. So that would be... that could arguably be the first ever game. There was a thing at a World's Fair one year which someone actually rebuilt in recent years, a giant tic-tac-toe machine, or noughts and crosses as we call it. So that's pretty cool. Doki Doki Panic, yes. No, not quite. What is Nimatron? You've said that a couple of times now. I don't actually know. It could be something I've heard of and just can't think of the name of. Oh, I've just realised what you mean. Yeah, yeah. The tic-tac-toe thing was, yeah, it was nicknamed Nim. Yeah, I forgot about that. I just remembered the word Nim and thought, oh yeah, Nimatron. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was only at one World's Fair, and the second he built it just to prove that he could do it, and then at the end of the World's Fair he just smashed it up, and it was like, oh, imagine if that still existed. That'd be amazing. Because I think they needed the parts for something else, probably the war. See, I think that's the thing. If gaming had started a couple of decades earlier in gaming and been around in the 40s, I don't think most of it would exist, because they'd have to have dismantled all the stuff for the war effort. They'd have needed all the electronics and stuff, so yeah, I don't know. They probably wouldn't have produced a lot during the war. I mean, they were, you know, going around to people's houses and taking their front gates off to for extra metal for the war effort, so they were pretty desperate. Degenitron. Just remembered that games console they made up for the adverts in GTA. Make the green square chase the red square. Degenitron. Was it the Monkey President or whatever that other game was as well? FF7 could have been out by 1963, yeah, imagine that'd be fucking weird. That's like the timeline of what's the thing where they're all in bunkers and the nuclear bombs have gone off? That thing, and they've still got 40s music by like 2030 or whatever. Because, you know, society sort of halted. I have the FF7 NES cart. I've played that. Fallout, that's it. Yeah, I knew it was something to do with nuclear war. Played Dave the Diver for 44 hours, not finished yet. Not bad for a £14 indie game. Nice. So you recommend it then? Or recommend? I mean, you don't need to recommend it to me. I've already bought it, but interesting that it's such a mix of genres. I didn't really know what it was. I bought it on the strength of it having Ichiban in it, and Orb said it was good. That's the only thing I know about it. I may have to get the scaffold round here. I.e. that thing, not the band that Paul McCartney's brother was in. I almost misheard it as Day of the Diver. Like Day of the Tentacle. Yeah. It's made with love. Sticky, sticky love. If I remember right, you can use that cannon to jump on the top. Yeah, check that out. Nice. That fell off, but still. We're just picking up the stragglers now. Of course, as soon as I said stragglers, my mind went golden brown, toast you like sun. Go to the hand, there should be a prompt to open them. There was a prompt there, but I think that's because that's in the background. I honestly don't know what you mean. Unless the hands were openable on the guard scorpion job and I just missed it, and that's what you've read. I don't know, because I assume you're looking this information up. Because the little claws moved. I'm not sure if you could open them even on that job though, so I don't really know. Maybe 40% more love than the next leading brand. Love is a trademark of the Mum Corporation. Yeah, from Futurama. Nice. He spends millions of dollars on the last ever tin of of anchovies or whatever it is. I want more! Blah, 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 blah. And Zoidberg goes mad. A bit of a shorter one on. What was all that? Where's the ladder? There you go, that was the whole arm, so okay, that's fine. Really hot again. Oh, there's some of the hand there. Wow, quite a lot of the hand actually. Okay. Oh. God. God, my throat's just started really stinging. Yeah, drinking water's not helping though. It feels like someone's punched me in the throat. It's all this dirt that's doing it, you know. Use iron brew, yeah, but then I've got to open a whole can of iron brew. I definitely won't drink it before it goes warm. I know I've got a little fridge there, but then it's open and then it goes flat. Flat iron brew is disgusting. And warm. When it's really fizzy and really fizzy and cold, it's nice, but anything else, it's just, I don't know, I can't stand it. See, that's the only trouble with fizzy drinks. If I open one, I've then got to drink it. I don't really drink fizzy drinks unless I'm eating food. I know, maybe after the stream or something, but... Just realised I left the water jug out there. Shit. Might have to go and get it in a minute. Right, let's start using the list. Ugh. Oh, it's that. Right. Forearm plates. Okay. Ah. Yeah, okay. Palm flamethrower. Okay. What's the optimum volume of liquid for satisfying fizzy drink? Well, I mean, a can's pretty good. What's that, 330 ml? So, I guess that, to answer your question. The American 2-litre gulp size. Depends, I don't... See, the thing is, I never drink fizzy drinks on their own, I always have them with food. So, I don't know what the ideal amount is. I just drink until I've finished the food I'm eating. Spotted a few little bits up there that I missed. Right. There we go, we're down to the last few bits. Shoulder hinges. Okay. Alright. Tank buster cannon doors and vents. I find a pint is the most you want. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the thing is, it depends what the dinner is as well. Or the meal. If it's spicy food, I'll drink a lot more. 330 mils, yeah, the chubby can. We know how much I like chubby things, so... Oh, it's one of the doors of the... Right, okay. Yeah, okay. And then vents. Okay. There we go. Alright, speed clean. Nice. That's quite the shine you've given the Airbuster, and just in time. I've just been informed that Avalanche have been located trying to escape Sector 5. Yeah, so that's the second one. We bomb and then escape and then get attacked by Airbuster. We deploy that unit there immediately to crush these terrorists like the bugs they are. I think we might even broadcast the encounter to the whole city. After all, there's no more fitting stage for Shinra's new robotic star. Oh, and by the way, your contract's up. Of course, if you want, I can always hire you directly. After all, the Airbuster's going to clean itself, and today's the first day of its world tour. That went a bit, can't think whose accent that is, but it went a bit off. Anyway, alright. And that is all the Final Fantasy VII thingy jobs, so there you go. Just get that out. Give me a sec. Ow, 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 ow. God, my eyes are stinging again. Shit. Right. Yeah. So, I might cut that bit out, I don't know. But anyway, this is the end of that. So we did Scorpion Sentinel. No, wait, we did that one first, didn't we? The bike and car. And then the Scorpion. And then Seventh Heaven. I'm not sure why they've ordered them like this in the menu then. And then the Maker Energy Exhibit, and then Airbuster. So yeah, hope everyone enjoyed the Power Wash Simulator Final Fantasy VII levels. And for anyone watching this on YouTube, that's the end of the video. So yeah, see you in the next part of the Final Fantasy VII. Oh, you can also free play them anytime you want. So yeah. The only thing is, in free play you don't get the text messages, which is why I completed the game again up to this point, just to show them off. So yeah, those levels took 68 hours of extra playing. 68, 6-8. So yeah, if people appreciated that, I'm glad. So excellent. Okay, so that's the end of that. So for YouTube, goodbye YouTube, goodbye.